The cardiovascular system or the circulatory system is the transportation system of the body. The major structures that make this possible are the heart and blood vessels. It regulates body temperatures to carry oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to all tissues and remove the wasted product from the body, which is carbon dioxide. The heart has two major circuits within the circulatory pathway, which is pulmonary circuit and systemic circuit. In the human organism, the right side is the heart pushes the blood through the pulmonary circuit so that it can be oxygenated in the lungs. The left side of the heart pumps oxygenated blood to the entire body. Blood vessels can be separated into three groups, which is arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart, veins carry blood towards the heart, and capillaries are microscopic thin-walled blood vessels which form a vast network connecting arteries and veins. The walls of blood vessels have three layers. The outer layer is called the tunica externa and is made of fibrous connective tissue. The middle layer is called the tunica media and is made of smooth muscle and elastic fiber. The inner layer is called tunica intima and is made of a single layer of cells called the endothelial cells. The lumen is the hollow cavity part by the walls of the blood vessels.
The heart is located in the thoracic cavity, in between the two lungs. 2/3 of the heart is located to the left of the two midline of the body, and 1/3 located to the right. The heart is a hollow muscular organ of somewhat conical form with an upper broad part, the base, and a lower narrow part, the apex. An adult heart is about 5 inches long, 3.5 inches wide, and 2.5 inches from front to back. Internally, the heart is divided into 4 chambers, 2 upper and 2 lower. The upper 2 chambers are called atria. The lower 2 are called ventricle. The right atrium opens on the right ventricle. The tricuspid valve, while the left atrium open to the left ventricle. The mitral valve. The thick muscle wall running down the middle of the heart is called septum.
Cardiovascular fitness in badminton refers to the efficiency of your heart, lungs and circulatory system to supply oxygenated blood to working muscle during the game. Badminton is a highly dynamic sport that involves short bursts of intense movement requiring good cardiovascular endurance. Players continuously move around the court, performing quick sprints, jump and rapid change in direction, which significantly challenge the cardiovascular system. Improve cardiovascular fitness in badminton enhance endurance, allowing players to sustain their performance throughout a match without getting fatigued quickly. Regular practice and conditioning contribute to better cardiovascular health, aiding in overall performance and reducing the risk of fatigue-related errors during gameplay.
Balik, sige na.
Always on my mind. That's how much I care. I can't think of a time that you weren't there. I know that I.
the blood comes from the body, it is deoxygenated. And the process that will follow isn't very complicated. It's in need of oxygen, so the heart will let it in. And the heart will do its job, and that's a win. So it comes back to the heart, and now we start the fun. From the two vena cavas to the right atrium, through the tricuspid valve it goes, to the right ventricle it flows, and now it's set to go to the lungs. The purpose of the heart is to give us what we need, all the oxygen and nutrients indeed. If you take care of your heart, then it will do its part, and your heart will give you what you need. Through the pulmonary arteries, how it gets to the lungs, where it picks up oxygen to go to the left atrium. It's through the pulmonary vein that it goes to the atrium. And the good news is that we're almost done. Through the mitral valve it goes, to the left ventricle it flows, and the final goal is to get it out. Through the aortic valve it slides, into the aorta it glides. Now the blood is free to go along its route. The purpose of the heart is to give us what we need, all the oxygen and nutrients indeed. If you take care of your heart, then it will do its part, and your heart will give you what you need. The purpose of the heart is to give us what we need, all the oxygen and nutrients indeed. If you take care of your heart, then it will do its part, and your heart will give you what you need.
If you're like most people, you think,
wait a minute! Who are you?
Okay, so before I play the video, I want to talk about heart disease just a little bit. For your information, heart disease refers to several types of heart conditions. The most common type of heart disease is coronary artery disease, which affects the blood flow to the heart. Decreased blood flow can cause a heart attack. So, I don't want to waste the time. Let's enjoy the video and the explanation.
if you're like most people, you think that heart disease is a problem for others. But heart disease is the #1 killer in the US. It is also a major cause of disability.
There are many different forms of heart disease. The most common cause of heart disease is narrowing or blockage of the coronary arteries, the blood vessels that supply blood to the heart itself. This is called coronary artery disease and happens slowly over time. It's the major reason people have heart attacks. Other kinds of heart problems may happen to the valves in the heart, or the heart may not pump well and cause heart failure. Some people are born with heart disease. You can help reduce your risk of heart disease by taking steps to control factors that put you at greater risk. Control your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol.
Now, I will share you 2 videos that show you symptoms of heart attack and heart failure. And in the end of the videos, I will conclude about heart disease in sport and how to avoid such problems. Enjoy!
When you think heart attack, you probably imagine someone clutching their chest in pain. But did you know chest pain is just one of many signs? Heart attack symptoms can vary from person to person, and knowing what they look or feel like could be life-saving. Some signs of heart attack are a little more obvious. But there are other subtler symptoms. Women often experience these seemingly quieter symptoms. Familiarizing yourself with all the symptoms of a heart attack is important, so you can spot them right away and seek help at the first warning sign. If you or someone you know might be having a heart attack, always call 911. Life-saving care often begins right inside the ambulance. Dispatch will also alert your nearest Munson Healthcare Hospital, where our award-winning heart team will be waiting.
Do you know the symptoms of heart failure? During heart failure, the heart can't pump blood efficiently enough to meet the body's needs because either its pumping ability has weakened or because the lower left chamber has become thick and no longer holds enough blood. Without proper pumping, fluid can build up and cause symptoms that everyone should learn to recognize. Swelling, also known as edema, is most often noticed in the feet, ankles, legs, or abdomen. Sudden weight gain. People with heart failure can also track their weight to help manage any swelling. Shortness of breath is another important symptom to discuss with your doctor, especially if you notice that normal activities are getting harder to do, or that your breathing is often interrupted by persistent coughing or wheezing. You should also speak with a healthcare provider if you lose the ability to sleep and breathe well while lying down. Inadequate blood flow can also cause lightheadedness or fatigue, confusion, depression, or even fainting. Additional symptoms can sometimes include a rapid heart rate, nausea, or lack of appetite. If you notice these important symptoms, be sure to seek medical care. Know the symptoms so that together, people who have heart failure can track symptoms to help manage it successfully for a longer, healthier life.
Finally, so the conclusion is, for example, in badminton, if you haven't played for a long time, so don't play too hyper and enthusiastically, because in that sense our heart will feel sudden and there will be a heart attack and so on. Therefore, the way to prevent that from happening, before wanting to play any sports, try to jog for a short or long time so that our body is ready for sport.
Circulatory system is a complex system of organs and vessels that function to transfer blood, oxygen and other substances throughout the body and assist with thermoregulation. So like we need to take care of our heart like we care for ourselves. Thank you.
Saya wassalamualaikum bro.